Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful like Akim, pushing this word with truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Bayath Shai Dawadah, the house of David, the rest of the multitude of the elect. All right, the men, women, and children, part of the nation of Israel. All right, listening and learning and striving for salvation. Israel consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, including the speckled bird who may look like the heathen and act like the heathen. For Israel has been scattered throughout the four ends of the world, taking on physical characteristics of the heathen nations. But as long as your father's line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you are an Israelite. All right. Where Israel, the promise was counted. Okay. So if your father's line goes back, all right, salvation is for you. Repentance is for you, and this testimony is for you and you alone. All right. This is the brother Karataza of Men of Valor Las Vegas Camp coming back to you with another lesson through the Spirit. Lord willing, it is edifying. All right, the title of this one, as you see on the screen, is called Deliverance is for the elect. Okay? Deliverance is for the elect, and deliverance goes hand in hand with salvation. All right, who is salvation for? John 4:22. Ye worship know not what. Ye worship ye know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. And this is what Yahweh Shai told that woman at the well. All right. He said, you don't know what you worship. He said salvation is for the Jews. Okay. Or is of the Jews, meaning that this don't belong to you. Other nations can't obtain salvation because there's going to be, salvation is a two-sided story or twofold. Okay, the definition of salvation. Google definition, Oxford Languages: preservation or deliverance from harm, ruin, or loss. We can liken that to the upcoming times of Jacob's trouble. All right, Jacob being surnamed Israel. All right. The purpose of Jacob's trouble with these Christian churches called the rapture. All right. In the Bible, Jacob's trouble, okay, the purpose of it is first the chastisement of Israel, but to bring forth that rulership, all right, to cast down this system, all right, this beast system that we're in. Let's actually get that real quick. Yeah. There's Ecclesiastes 7 and 8. It says, let me make sure. It says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit, especially at the end of these days. All right, for the end of Esau is the beginning of Jacob. Okay? The end of Esau is the beginning of Jacob's rulership. But to bring forth that, the Lord has to destroy this place. All right? And in that destruction, all right, there's going to be a deliverance of Israel. All right. Primarily the elect of Israel. Okay. Now, the second side of salvation, as it says in the second definition, says deliverance from sin and its consequences, believed by Christians to be brought about by faith in Yahweh Shai. All right, Hamashiach. So, and who can be saved is Israel. Clearly said that. It clearly said that the salvation is of the Jews. All right, which when Yahweh Shai was around that time, that was the southern kingdom. Okay, that consisted of the Jews, uh, and Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Okay, the so-called Negro, West Indian, and the Haitians. Slakia. That was, who was around in that area at that time in Jerusalem. Okay, because the Northern Kingdom had already came to the Americas back in the during the Syrian Babylonian Empire, or Slakia, back in the Syrian captivity. Okay, so that's the definition of salvation. It's two sides. The second side is speaking out about, being washed with His word. All right, and that's a form of deliverance, because when you come into this truth, all right, you're now saved from the the plagues of your mind, the Western philosophy, all right, the doctrine of devils. Okay, you're no longer polluted, and you put off that old man. Okay, so that's a form of salvation through repentance and washing of the word. But there's a physical deliverance, and that physical deliverance is only for the elect of Israel. All right, as it says, there's a chosen within the chosen. Not all Israel is of Israel, but Israel is the elect. When you look up, God dang. See, Isaiah 45:4, it says, "For Jacob my servant, and Israel mine elect, I have even called thee by thy name, I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me." Okay. Let's get another one. What did Paul say? Because Paul talked about what? A remnant. Yeah. We could actually start. We'll start at 5, read down to 7. It says, "Even so then, at this present time, there is a remnant." Okay. A remnant according to the election of grace. So the elect is a small remnant. And if by grace, then it is no more of works. Otherwise, grace is no more grace. But if it be of works, then is it no more grace? Otherwise, work is no more work. What then? Israel hath not obtained, which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it. So only the elect have obtained this truth and adhered to it, came back to the law, statutes, and commandments, rehearsed those righteous acts to the best of their abilities. All right. Called on the true name of the Lord. And I'm going to get all that stuff that I just listed, because it goes with the deliverance. You need to have the name for deliverance, for the protection. You need to stop doing, all the bullshit you're doing it and before you woke up to the truth, and truly repent, meaning not to go back and make sorry for it. All right. Verse 8, it says, according as it. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Verse 7, it says, what then Israel hath not obtained. I didn't finish it out. What then Israel hath not obtained that which it seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. All right. So the rest of Israel was blinded from the truth. That's why only 1/3 is going to make it. Let's get that. And then we'll segue into talking about the protection. This is Zechariah 13:8. It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. All right, and that's talking about you 2/3 Israelites. All right. It says, I will bring the third part, and it's going to explain why it says it was talking about the Israelites right here. It says, and I will bring the third part through the fire. That's the refinery. All right. Furnace of affliction. And will refine them as silver is refined. So the third part, the 1/3, the elect of Israel is being refined right now, chastised. 2/3 is, already done away with, man. They're being, treated like the heathen. They're able to get away with all the folly that they're doing in this world because Yahweh Shem Yahshai don't care about you. It says, and as silver is refined, and I will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people. All right, and who is the Lord's people? Israel, Yasharallah. And they shall say, Yahweh is my power. Okay, and they're going to call that on that true holy name. As it says in Ecclesiasticus, I believe that's the 17th chapter, the elect shall call his holy name or praise his holy name. All right, that holy name is in the Hebrew. All right, the Paleo Hebrew. Okay, so let's get this in where was I going? Yeah, let's get that in Jacob's trouble, because what was the definition of salvation was that deliverance or preservation or deliverance from harm, ruin, or loss. Jeremiah 30:7 for at last for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Read it in the NLT. It says, in all the history has never been such a time of terror. It will be a time of trouble for my people Israel, yet in the end they will be saved. Okay, and that he is really speaking of the elect, as we just read in Zechariah 13:8. 2/3 going to get cut off. 2/3 ain't going to make it. You got to put in the work to be saved. You have to have the faith. Show your faith by works. All right. But great terror is coming, man. We can't stress it enough. This devil's going to come down with great wrath. All right. Nuclear war is going to pop off. All right. And only a remnant is going to be saved of the nation of Israel. Let's get that in Judges 5:11. They that are delivered from the noise of the archers, in modern terms today, the ICBM missiles, in the places of drawing water, the place of captivity, they shall rehearse the righteous acts of Yahweh, even the righteous acts toward the inhabitants of his villages in Israel. Then shall the people of Yahweh go down to the gates. All right. So only those rehearsing the righteous acts will be saved from this upcoming nuclear destruction. How are we going to be saved? We're going to get to that. Let's get to that name. Because you need the name. Yahweh Shem Shai said, those is the rule to the game. You must have the name and use it and believe in it. Trust in Yahweh Shem Shai. What did Yahweh Shai say? If you do not trust in me, you're condemned. Or if you do not believe on me, you're condemned. John 3, you got to read 17. You Christians got to read verse 17, 18. All right. And guess who's going to come back and do that? The same man you call that false name, Jebus. All right. Yahweh Shah is going to come back with that sword of destruction. This is Proverbs 18 and 10. The name of Yahweh is a strong tower. All right. Without, it says in the NLT, a fortress. All right. Without the name, you don't have the protection. As I said, salvation, deliverance is the physical side is being protected. The righteous runneth into it and is safe. The righteous runneth into the name of the Lord under that tower. Obtain that hedge of protection. Obtain mercy from the Lord in these upcoming times of great terror. Psalms 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. The shadow of the Almighty, what delivered us from Egypt. All right, the chariots of Israel, the pillar of fire. It's going to be the same in these times. I will say of Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. Okay. I show the duality. I was looking for something else. Psalm 11 and 6. Upon the wicked he shall rain snares, fire, and brimstone, and a horrible tempest. This shall be the portion of their cup. And 2/3 is going to get that ICBM treatment, man. Nuclear treatment. Along with you devils that don't make it into the bunker in time. All right, and if you got a bunker in America, you're gonna be in the lake of fire too. There ain't no stopping this. The only way to get out of it is to get that hedge of protection. And if you're a part of the nation of Israel, and that's an if. All right, and if you're a part of the nation of Israel, if you're of the elect, predestinated for that salvation, you can't make yourself a part of it. You have to be chosen. Okay, we're talking about that physical deliverance from what? How is Israel going to be saved by way of UFO or UAP? All right, the Lord's going to say what? Isaiah 26 and 20. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself, as it were for a little moment, until the indignation is be overpassed. All right. How are we going to be able to hide ourselves? All right. The Lord is going to call us home. He's going to beam us up. Okay, into the fathership. All right. Let's see what else I gotta pull. Yeah, I'm gonna pull 2 more scriptures and we're gonna call it. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, and verse 1. It says, Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. All right, the strangeness of his salvation. The Yahweh Shai coming back on a giant chariot of Israel, a UFO, a UAP. All right, a spacecraft, the Starship Enterprise. And you've been seeing them pop up, everywhere. The UFO sightings, all up on the news, all up on, YouTube. People saying, what is that? War of the Worlds is coming, for real. And, it's going to be, as it says in, I believe that's Zechariah 5. All right, this is the plague that come across the face of the earth. And you also got to read 2nd Esdras the 13th chapter. That's going to be the root of that terrible fear. All right, because those chariots is coming to destroy. All right. They're coming for war. And with that war, they're going to bring, they're going to deliver Israel, the elect of Israel from that destruction before it goes down. And then you 2/3 and other heathen nations, all right, whose lot it is to get caught up in that destruction, in that mess. Hey, you gonna get it, man. Let's actually show that the angels, all right, because the angels are the drivers of those chariots. They drive the boat. This is I don't want to go to one right now, but you can get the description. As Ezekiel said, a wheel within a wheel. But I wanted to go to Ezekiel 9:4. It says, and Yahweh said unto him, Go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And to the others he said in my hearing, Go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither ye have pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon who is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. So Yahweh Shem Shai gave and is going to give those orders again for the angels to deliver the righteous and to cut off the wicked. All right, those that have the hedge of protection, that Tawah, that righteous mark, that hedge of protection, which is the covering of Yahweh Shai. All right, the blood of the Lamb on that doorpost, on a house. Your house is your tabernacle. It goes back to your body. Okay? Verse 3. And they, back in Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 3, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this is he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness, and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of God, Yahweh, and his lot is among the saints? Right, the least expected. You didn't believe the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, all right, or the true children of Israel. He's going to show it to you. Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai is going to prove it to you. He's going to solidify what the prophets have been saying, all right, through right in front of your eyes. Let's get this in Luke and close out. Luke 21. In verse 28, it says, and when these things come to pass, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your head, for your redemption draweth nigh. All right. Why would we be looking up? Because salvation is coming from there. Salvation is coming from above. It's time to wake up, Israel. Better get right. Because you're running out of time. This is Romans 13 and 11. And that knowing the time, that it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now our salvation is nearer than we believe. All right, look at the prophecy. Tell me how Bashimi Al-Shai ain't playing. All right, this place is going down. And we know the closer and closer we get to that MOTB rolling out a Yahweh Bashimi Al-Shai, Yahweh sending Yahweh Shai. All right, the closer we are to getting the fuck up out of here. So with that, Lord willing, it's been an edifying lesson. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahweh Bashimi Al-Shai, Bashim Kakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, apostles and elders of Great Millstone. All right, and shalom to the elect. Kwam Yasharala Wa Ba Ba.